Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be unboxing Smallrig's brand new RC220C RGB LED video light. I actually waited until Amazon got these in stock because last time I ordered the RC100B straight from Smallrig, it took them over a month to send it. I didn't even think they would fulfill my order. But I don't even have that light anymore. I'll tell you more about it in this video, but let's get to it. Let's unbox this light. I was actually excited to buy this light because I already have the RC220D Pro, the daylight only light. So I want to see what's the difference between this one and the one that I currently have. Like I said, I had the RC100B and I ended up sending it back like within 29 days of it because they actually announced the RC220B and the RC220D. So I was like, you know what, for $100 more, I'd rather get those. So let's see what's inside this box right now. So it's a box inside a box. Let me put this over to the side. And there we go. Smallrig's RC220C. Let's open this bad boy up. I actually appreciate the RC220 series a lot more because the 100 series did not come with a carrying case. And I love the carrying case that these lights come with. And this is the bag that the light comes in. I love the gray accent with the all black. And this is probably one of my favorite features of this light, that it actually comes in a well compact carrying case. A few months back, I made a video on the RC100B. You could go to my page and go watch that video. But that light did not come with a carrying case. It came in a box. I don't know why Smallrig decided not to put that one in a box when the RC60B, which is smaller than that one, came in a nice carrying case too. But, you know, I don't know what they were thinking when they made that light. And that was actually one of the real reasons why I ended up returning it. But anyways, let's get to it. This bag comes with a carry handle and it comes with a shoulder strap. You know, just in case you want to carry it for long periods of time. But I usually just take the shoulder strap off and I put it inside the lid that's here. Now you take it off. Yeah, let's open up the bag and see what's inside. Over here, we have a Bowens mount reflector. It's black. I actually like the color that it is. Other companies have lighter colors like gray or like white, but I actually appreciate this black. The accent of it goes well with the light. Let's put that back. Over here, we have a 19-foot power cord, which is more than long enough to reach any outlet wherever you are in your studio. And now the star of the show, the RC220C. Let me take her out. It has a tight fit, so that means that this foam is actually going to be protecting the light from any, accidental drops. So you'll know that your light will be well protected. And here's the light. I actually like the silver. It's like a machine silver. I have the RC220D for daylight, and that light is gunmetal gray. I'll show you later on in the video when I compare the colors. But yeah, this is the light. This is the top of a light. This is where the dials are. This is the bottom of the light. This is made out of metal. The light stand adapter right here is the power button right underneath at the bottom of the light. And right here to this side is a DMX hole for DMX control. Let's look at the back. Here we have the power bank. So this power bank is actually integrated with the light, but it is removable. You know, other lights have this dangling on, you know, it has a separate, but this one comes with it integrated, which is also doubles as a V-mount adapter. Let me put this down. So if you can see here, this has a V-mount adapter, which means that the light is actually compatible with V-mount batteries. And this is where you connect the power cord on the right. Let me put this back in. Let's look at the front. It comes with a protector for the lens in the front, and here's the button where you release it. You push it back, twist, and it comes off. This is where the chip on board light comes out of, and it's protected by what feels like plastic. A lot of other lights have this exposed where the light itself is exposed, but I appreciate that Smallrig thought of protecting that so the chips won't get messed up. Now, I'm gonna get a V-mount battery so I don't have to plug this in, so I can show you the light on. Give me 1 second. Before I power up the light, I wanna show you guys how much it weighs and the size of the light. So with the power bank behind the light, attached to the light weighs 229 grams. And let me measure the light. The light is about 4¾ deep. It is about 5 inches long or tall. And the width, let me take off the battery adapter. And the width of the light is about 4¼ also. So it's fairly compact. It's one of the smaller 220-watt lights out in the market right now. So let me just throw on a V-mount battery on it and see what it looks like turned on. I have a V99 battery, and let's throw her on it. And this is what it looks like with the V-mount battery on. And let's turn her on. The power switch is at the bottom. Click that on, and here we go. That is at 50%. Let me turn this down to 1%. That is bright. That is very bright. 1% there. That's what it looks like at 1%. So up here is the intensity dial, as you guys saw. And down here is the, how you change the color. Or in this case, the CCT. So this light goes all the way from 2500 Kelvin all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. And if you press the mode button right here, that's where you change the color. And this is very bright. But as you guys can see there, since we're powering it up with a V-mount battery, the most this light goes up to is 68%. You can't go any higher. And that's the limitations of using it with a V-mount battery. Let's bring that back down to 1%. This light is very bright. And over here with this dial is where you change your color. All 360 degrees of color. And then if you press this button, you change the saturation all the way from 0 to 100%. If you press the mode button again, you get your effects. Press it one more time and you go to your gel. You press this button here, it switches from Lee and Roscoe. And if you, that's the intensity. You press it again, you go to your RGB settings where you could manually choose what color, red, green, or blue that you want. And we're right back. You press it one more time and we're right back to your CCT. Also, if you hold the mode button, it takes you to the DMX settings. You hold it again, it goes right back to where you start. This light is also app controlled via the Smallrig app, which is called Small Go-Go. So you go to App Store and you download it. And the way you connect it to the light is by pressing and holding this reset button. And then you'll see a blinking Bluetooth icon there. Then you go to the app and you press add equipment. Then it'll read the light and you just press confirm. You have to select it first, press confirm, and then wait a couple of seconds for that to add. And then once you get back to the home page, you just click on the light that you have. And over here you could control the CCT, how cool or how warm you want it from 25 to 10,000, just like I showed you earlier, but only on the app. Over here you could also test the HSI, what color you want, what hue you want. If you want green, blue, red. Over here you have the effects in the app too. You all have paparazzi, fireworks, lightning, faulty bulb. You have TV. You have the party theme. You have flames. You have breath, flickering. You have CCT cycle. You have an RGB cycle. And you have police car. Here you could adjust the intensity and the brightness also. You also have the color cards. You have 204, which is full CTO, 205, which is half CTO, 206, which is quarter CTO. You have 223, which is 1/8 CTO. You have full CTS, half CTS, quarter CTS, and an eighth CTS. This app, you go, if you have a picture, you could pick your own color on it. So if you want to, color match something that you have a picture of, you could do it here. And that's mostly it that you could do on the app. Now let's compare the RC220C to my RC220D real quick. And this is my RC220D. I opted to go with the daylight version because it's a little brighter than the B version, the bicolor version. The bicolor version at 5600 Kelvin was 9180 lux, and this one at full peak is 10,500 lux. So I just wanted to get the most out of my light. So the difference, the subtle differences, is just the color for one. So this one's gunmetal gray, this one's like a metallic silver, and obviously that this just does one, one color temperature, 5600, while this does 2500 to 10,000 Kelvin, and that is also RGB. The RC220C has a TLCI of 98 plus and a CRI of 97, and the 220D has a CRI of 95 plus and a TLCI of 96 plus. So it seems like this one has the C version has slightly better color accuracy, but I'm pretty sure you can't tell. Like, it's just so minimal. So it's not too much of a difference between these two at 5600K, only that this is brighter and this is probably more color accurate, but it's not much of a difference. And that is gonna wrap up this video. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer anything you guys ask me. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.